Hello, this is Garrett, and here we are about to hop into a Innistrad Midnight Hunt draft. Hopefully it's not as bad as last one. I kind of tried to force red-white just to really feel pain in my life, and it didn't go well. Red-white just doesn't feel like it has enough value in this format. The last round I played against a Vadric, and I decided to not kill it the turn it came down, and then they just controlled the board for the rest of the game. The thing got up to like a 5-6 or something. Yeah. I just didn't really have a way to remove it. And then I died. The worst part is they would have been stuck on lands if I hadn't killed it. Or sorry, if I'd killed it, they wouldn't have had enough lands to play the rest of their spells. But instead I tried to play like the 2-3 haste flying. I just got immediately killed. I'm hoping that this draft, and I could have, the worst part is I could have ended up with a pretty good black something deck. Black just seemed super open the previous draft after I'd already, I mean, red and white were also very open though, so it's just that red and white being open is not necessarily, well, this is a pretty good start to the draft. Hopefully we get to draft the easy way this time. This thing is just super, super powerful in blue-black or blue-red. Either way, you just get an insane amount of tokens on the board. It actually might be stronger in blue-red because you're casting, like, you're dealing a good amount of damage in blue-red with the pingers and everything else like that. You don't have as much advantage to take advantage, like, you don't have as much stuff to take advantage of the tokens. So, Contortionist Troop has felt quite strong to me. It's good late team, almost always gets you Coven when you need it. Startle, I mean, is good with the Poppet Stitcher, and black doesn't seem completely closed off, but Startle is quite replaceable. It's just an okay common, whereas this is like quite good late game, quite good early game. If we don't end up in blue, because it just ends up being cut. Well, let's try and draft the hard way. There's only one other blue card in this pack. So let's take the red card. This is a pretty good blue card. But I haven't seen almost any blue so far. It's been like, is this enough better than this? This ends up being a 2-mana 3/3 pretty often. But is a 2-mana 3/3 even that good? Or would I just like rather be blue pretty hard? This does get to play late game. It's probably better enough that I should play it. It does look like blue is very not open. It's another 2-mana 2/2 that's pretty good. Nothing really in any other color that's pushing me towards it. Flip the switch is good with the Poppet Stitcher. This gives us a way to splash. But this is literally like, I've seen like a couple of blue playables so far. I think just taking this makes me feel better. I mean, it is good with Poppet Stitcher, but there's like a decent amount of chance that I just don't end up in. What's better here? A 5-mana 4/3 haste just does not feel that good, I don't think. And this, I mean, it gains life, but I don't know that I'm a black. But we feel pretty solidly in red. Don't really know what else that we could end up being in, but if we end up being in red-white again, this is going to be a little sad. It feels like blue's just not open, though. What an art, though. What an art. It's kind of horrifying. I'm a little scared that he has his mouth so open. I don't know quite why he would do that. Yeah, it's either this or this. And if we end up in... This can be powerful in red-black. I sound a little sad because just I was kind of excited to play with a really good blue card, but some chance we end up in blue. Maybe pack 2 is very, very open for blue. Somebody else took the other green-white card. And I don't think we're ever going to end up in green-white from this. But nothing else is good here. Maybe we just take this. I don't think we're ending up in green-white from this. So I'll just take the Snarling Wolf, because we might end up in red-green. Festival Crutcher's just kind of bad. This is also just kind of bad. Whenever enchanted player casts a spell, other than the first spell they cast each turn, or copies a spell, maybe this just ends up better. I don't know. Maybe the Festival Crusher was probably the pick there. This card's relatively good. It's a pretty good combat trick. On defense, it's very good. You eat most things. And on offense, just need to get the final points of damage and you can get them in. I would like to be... Black is pretty fun. Sure. I don't like this card, especially not in aggro. 6/5 is fine, but a 6/5 for 4 is above rate, but just how often is it going to be night when it's your turn? Stuffed Bear is actively bad. Huh. This pack is a little bit of nothing. This card actually is pretty good. I mean, what else am I taking here? I mean, I might end up in black. If I end up in black, I'm playing this. How often also Greed Red is stuff leaving my graveyard? Not terribly often. But, like, other people exile stuff from my graveyard pretty often. Oh, wow, I should take the removal. This is also just pretty good removal, and also just like game finisher. This card is also very, very good. I don't know how many other people want. We probably just are black-red. Pop is that you get out of here even though you're good. We won't have too many ways to sacrifice this, but this is one of the best tricks. It's probably, it just helps get in damage, and if they block it, which hopefully they will have to eventually, like they're not going to want to block it, and if they end up blocking it, it's a removal spell. So it feels like it's got to be the pick. I don't know if either of these cards are worth it in this. Well, I think this time we take the Olivia's Midnight Ambush over this, right? So it's a body, it can do damage, but this is just good removal. Especially when, if we had like more sack outlets, but in red, we have, our curve is so unbelievably low right now. Is blue open? I don't think blue's going to end up being open. These picks make it look like blue's open. And maybe if I had picked up a few more blue cards early. So this pick should be Silverbolt. But in the aggro deck, it's hard to get a better one-drop than that. If we get a few of them, we could probably side back in the Blade Brand. Draw a card, kill something with first strike. Well, this is quite a good card. This going this late makes me think the other card wheels. The 3-drop Vampire, it makes me feel like that one wheels. Because this is probably better than the 3-drop Vampire, depending on the deck. This deck doesn't have too many flyers, unless you get the 2-mana 2/1 can't block Vampire Interloper, which I mean I would take at this point. Feels like the deck is coming together. Vengeful Strangler on 2 isn't bad, though. Neonate's Rush is quite good. I don't see us being in any other colors, but black and red. So it's a pretty good amount of 1 toughness creatures, and also this deck you need help killing bigger stuff. Oh, whoops. Well, that's what we're taking. I would have taken the. I probably would have taken the Ardent Elementalist if I was paying attention. I did not mean to select that twice. We kind of want vampires for this. This is just fine, so I think we just take the 2-drop Vampire and feel pretty happy about it. We have an unbelievable amount of 2-drops currently, which I don't know how I feel about. We might end up having to cut some of them. It's good to have early drops when you're trying to be aggressive, but don't scale too amazingly game. I mean, if we can get more burn spells, this will be pretty good. Neonate's Rushes are looking a lot better. Moonrager Slashes are looking a lot better. We have this, just does damage. Famished Foragers look like what this deck wants. Another Falconwrath Perforator is probably good. Pax Betrayal goes sideboard. Falconwrath Perforator. Probably end up having to cut one of those. Well, that's a little sad to see something that's just absolutely absurd. Somebody's going to get that and be happy. For us, all of these are going to wheel, right? Like, everything here is wheeling. I don't think this card is as good in this deck. Full Damage Digger, or maybe just this just better. It's pretty good with Soul and Vitality, which I think I have one of. Currently getting past really good. Maybe green-white would have. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that helps us finish. That's how we're finishing the game now. just with Mask of Gristlebrand. Just push all of these dorky things into the air. Eden Alive or Defenestrate? Probably feels like Defenestrate. Though Exiling is quite good. This can hit everything. And if we just absolutely have to... Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a charge counter in Geist Flame Reservoir. Well, we aren't going to be doing that a lot. It's probably better to just have the good 4-drop. We already have 4 of these. Probably just this. Hungry for more. This card feels like not a must-have, but quite good. We don't have an absurd amount to get back with the Ardent Elementist, though we do have just a ridiculous number of 2-drops currently, so maybe it's just this. I don't know. Just feels like they're going to have to trade up a lot. Like, we're going to have to cut some 2-drops from this, right? This is pack 3. We have, like... The issue is we just didn't end up with a lot of Moonrage's Slashes and Neonate's Rush. So these might just end up getting cut from the deck. We have 3 ways to make them flip. If 1 or 2 other Neonate's Rush come back around. And now, because we kept our curve low, I think we take... Because currently we only have 3. I think we need the extra... Oh, whoops. Yeah, we want that. Oh, we'll take the Famished Forager. We might end up cutting it, but yeah, we're probably cutting it. I mean, I don't see myself playing the Brightstone Vandal. I don't think we're playing that either, but this is just a better form of that. It's a 2-drop. It's a 2-mana 2/2 that also will do the thing. This is a way to get rid of lands late game. We're cutting these if we just... I mean, there's just 2-mana 2/2s, really. With 3 ways to deal damage. Okay, now we're not cutting them. What of our 2-drops do we cut? This feels like we shouldn't cut it. This feels like it can help win late game. Maybe we cut one of these. The second Siege Zombie isn't as good as the first Siege Zombie. So it took a long time to decide what their last pick would be. Okay, we ended up with the deck. Look at this 2-drop slot. Let's just cut the Blade Brands. Do we need 4 Falcon Wraith Perforators? Maybe cut one of those. Cut a Flame Channeler. Definitely cutting a land, but which one? Probably black. This almost makes me want to cut 2 lands, but that's way too... Like, just with this amount of 2-drops. It's like for sure 16 land. If we still... That's why I want to keep the Obsessive Astronomer. We gotta cut some 2-drops here, right? Like, probably too bad. How often is Siege Zombie gonna be relevant? The second Stinger too bad too. Siege Zombie will help get in the last point of damage sometimes, right? But so will the Perforators. We want to be swinging. So maybe we just run the deck like that. Yeah, I think that's the issue with the Siege Zombie is because we just want to be swinging our creatures. We got what one might call a curve. Well, yeah. That's just a really good target for this. We'll see how we scale late game, but we have the gas currently. They play land kill Perforator. What do they choose to block here? I think I just play this getting the Neonates rush back. Okay, that was a good draw. I think they're probably deciding whether to Silverbolt or not. There's also an argument. I mean, they shouldn't have a way to stop this. It's getting -13, -13. Even buffs don't matter. Now they could have... I think I will just... They have to cast a blocker now. They might wait for me to buff the Stinker. Okay. No, I will just activate this. Get in the 2 extra points of damage, because I'm not casting this. Because this will mean I can get this in. They're at 8. Can I kill them? No play is really weird. No play means I don't play the land until after combat. if I want to play the land at all. What do they have? That was a really awkward tapping, I guess. Do I cycle away the land, or do I just play another attacker? If I play another attacker next turn, I think I just play the other attacker, right? I do. I don't play the land, though. I keep the land in hand to cycle away with Famished Fortress. Though, that was wrong. That was just wrong. The reason that was wrong is because I could have saved this in hand next turn and killed what they play, probably. Yeah, I would have killed what they play. I'd have done that, hit them, and they would have just died. I think they're still dead. I don't see how they stopped from taking lethal. Oh, do they have another 3-drop? Do you have another 3-drop? Yes, but now you're dead. Oh. That's cool. That's just 5 face auto pay. That is also a way to kill them. Don't even have to worry about combat. That was a fun game. I don't think we'll have too many of those where we just absolutely outrush our opponent, but them having no plays for like 2 turns in a row was very good for us. Looked more like they drew very poorly than we drew super well, because weirdly, I think we might be relatively okayly matched up against the blue-white deck. Just because a lot of their stuff has one toughness. Not early game, because the 2/3 lifelinker, it's just a house. I don't know how our deck beats the 2/3 lifelinker unless we get like 1-drop Stinger, 2-drop Perforator, 3-drop Voldaren, Ambush or whatever, and just kill it. Again, this is a curve. We keep these. 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 5-drop. I would have taken the running down the house over this, I think. Because it nugs them for 2, which is very relevant for us. Also, being on the play is very relevant for us, so I think being on the draw is much worse. Which it looks like we're on the draw. I don't know, I never look. We're going to aggravate their pet. Assert dominance. Oh no, they're going down to 5. Oh, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if they realize this thing has first strike. They do. This might just target that. That's pretty fine with me. Next attack. Drop this. Drop this. No way I'm blocking. I think I win the race. Yep. Next. Attack. They're eating 5. If they have flipped the switch, that'd be a little tilting. But I still think we can get under them. Land means eaten alive. No land. Do we sack a Voldaren Ambusher? I think we might. Because it would just eat one of them anyway. They're taking a lot of damage. Well, what are you doing, opponent? Hopefully realizing you're dead. If you block that, you're dead. Yeah. Okay, I guess we can just run over people. Maybe our deck is actually good. Having a 2-drop every game helps. Having a 1-drop to a 2-drop to a 3-drop. Like, we just had a curve every single game. Our curve just feels insane. The first game where we had lined up the night, I don't even think we needed it. I'm pretty sure they were dead on board. I'm sorry about that. I got sent a meme by my best friend, and I got a little distracted. I don't know what this means. I think it must just mean they're like, well, I mean, 2-drop, 1-drop, 2-drop, no 3-drop, no way to spark that. No third land means this hand's bad. Oh, mulligan. This is so much worse. This is so much worse. I should not have mulliganed that. I'll keep it though. I think we're probably losing this game off the back of this hand being very bad. I guess another land means that we do just get to play these eventually. That's also a good draw. It's one of the best draws we could have had, actually. That's an absurd draw. They might just have removal spell for my Flame Channeler, which makes it less absurd, but... Oh, we'll eat the 2 damage, untap. We probably care about... Yeah, we don't give them a creature to target with that yet. Has to be with power 2. Can't even target this. I've drawn exceptionally well, because this means I can exile stuff. Are they sacking a creature to exile this? That would certainly be an interesting play. Mauerkraut Behemoth. Land in this doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, I can play this. Sacrifice a creature. They already 2-for-1 themselves. I don't think I show this, right? Like, this just dies to their removal and gives them an extra clue. It might as well not exist. I'll just use this. I'll just use this as eaten alive fodder. I don't want them to give them... Yeah, I don't want to give them a way to cast this spell. This spell is dead in their hand now that I know about it. They gain 3 life. It's good for them. Land means now I can just... I'm not casting this. I will cycle this away before I cast it. Now that I can cast this just to... No blocks. You got it, sir. Gain another 3 life. They have an Olivia's Midnight Ambush. Okay. You can eat another. This might become relevant. This is a sorcery, so resolve. Pass. My turn. 3. Ah. Pay. Exile. That's going to be a blowout if they block. I think they're going to block. Probably exile Eaten Alive. I think they should block. Gain a life. That's slightly annoying. Do they have... Oh, I said good game too early. Oh, that sucks. I don't think I play anything. Because it just gives them a target for this that I don't want them to have. Because I can play both of these. If they play something with 2 toughness, I can just play both of them and kill it. Oh, Lord, they drew so good. Can't attack. They do get to cast this now. Which sucks. They shouldn't... I mean... Yeah. I agree with the decision. Okay, I guess they feel like they're not blocking anyway, but... This is still going to target this, though. Do I block? They're digging. I get to draw 2 cards, worst case. I don't think I block. Right, like I don't block. If they drew into removal, that sucks, but I still get to draw 2 cards. They drew another Valoran Ambusher. Take action. Oh, 2 lands off the top, too. Oh, dude, they drew so amazing. That's absurd. They don't have lethal in hand. They have to swing with both. Okay, I'm dead if they drew exactly. No, I'm dead if they drew one of 2 cards. I think I just can't block, right? They just lose if they didn't draw a good card off the top. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done about that. The absurd draws off the top, I think, were just what put me in that game. I did say good game too early, though, so that's probably going to feel good. There's nothing I could have done about the loss. I don't think. Maybe getting out of their hand earlier, the other card would have been good. I mean, we just forced them to have it at the end there. And they did draw, like, it was draw combat trick, draw the 3-mana drain, or draw Moonrager Slash. Or the Burn the Accursed. So there was like a good amount of good draws they could have had. But we just win if we don't block. So 2 4-drops, kind of mulligan. Keep. 2 black is so far away. This helps me get back. This if I have to play it early. I think I play this. 2 black is so far away, but this will win the game if I ever draw the 2 black. Like I said, this I play if I have to just remove something early, this helps me get this back and remove whatever I need again. I forget you can play this on 1. It's actually pretty good. You can literally play it on 1 and kill a 1-drop. So that didn't die. So you don't have that in hand. That's good for me. Draw black source too. Just take the turn off. I mean, I feel like I kind of just want to smash them in the face, but hit them in the face for 3. Feels so bad to just play nothing this turn. Sure. Okay. Play this for 1. For 0, actually. Hold up. So what do I want to be able to play this turn? This is all it takes to kill it, so I might as well. Yeah, not quite sure how they're winning this. Yeah, okay. I think they just drew super poorly. They were probably red black and just never drew a black source, and I ended up drawing a black source. Not that I needed the black source though. The new needs rush was a very, very good draw. Play 3 and 1. We'll take those. I mean, this deck feels good. The curve is just, I mean, we always have a 2-drop. Every single opener we have a 2-drop. Even the game where it also means the draws where we have to mulligan and then like we just have to keep, we end up drawing like actually playable spells off the top almost all the time. And the game we lost just was so close. There was probably something I could have done that game to win. And I just didn't see it. Now this is unkeepable to me. Now if this was red-black, I would have kept this all day. Mulligan. Sure. The second. That might end up being dumb, but probably should put this back because it's allows me to curve out a little better, I think. What are they? Well, ah! Oh my god. I am so dumb. Oh, that's frustrating. I don't know why. I thought it was going to ask me to go to damage, too. If we end up losing this game because of that, I'm going to be a little tilted. Oh, that was so frustrating. Oh, that was frustrating. They might have Startle. Startle, this still kills through Startle, though. This means that if I draw land, I can do the same thing next turn. But I should have this on board, and they should be 2 life less. And, well, actually, there should be, like, a bunch more life less. They're trying to find their 5th land. No, they're not. They put land in graveyard, so they have land in hand. What are they trying to find? Champion of the Perished. Not a zombie. You don't have the mana to activate it. This turn I just swing. They might let it hit him. This is a 1-for-1. You can't have a counter spell. They had another land in hand. So we're winning the race. Unless they draw a flyer. I mean, I might just get destroyed if they have Diagraph Horde in hand. No blocks. You can make a 4-4 and smack me with a 4-4 if you want. Sure. Why not attack with this? I guess it would have just died. They don't have anything in hand to make this not die. Hitting me for 4 is perfectly fine. They can instant speed make 1 zombie for sure. To finish straight, okay. I have a 3-turn clock. They have a possibly faster than 3-turn clock. They're leaving the 2 mana up for that. No, they're not. Are you dead this turn? This gives trample. Get me for 12. I see 8 on board. Nothing in blue black puts them up to... Gives them another zombie. Sure. I'm not blocking that. Because I don't know if they played a land this turn. I will chump block this. That's 7 damage. Okay, now they're for sure dead. Now we attack out. Okay, 3. dead on the crackback. So I kind of have to make sure they're dead. If I target this, it would be really bad if they have removal in hand. It's about all that kills me, right? Do you have removal? No. Okay, so we got through that even through the misplays. We should have probably lost because we didn't play that tight, but never punished, so. Barbarian class. I don't know why that's been glitching out recently. I think I must. I don't know. It's either my computer or the client. My inclination is to say it's the client because in Arena is just quite often buggy, but Milo's sure keep. If it becomes evident that this is just bad late, we just sack it. Get the whole threat of activation thing. I mean, 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop. Seems pretty good to me. Then usually this thing is the thing that becomes irrelevant. But the 1 point of damage can matter. Another Shipwreck Sifters. Do they have something with Disturb? They do have something with Disturb. I think next turn we make that play. Yes. Next to first strike damage. Yeah, I think I do want to do that. That's funny. This thing, if it can get in, does a lot. Maybe we should have kept land there. Nah, we shouldn't have. We always had it. I honestly think what gets in the most damage? So we only get to attack with this if we kill this. But if we kill this, this is dead. And would I rather trade? I was aware that that was going to happen. I mean, they're getting put pretty low here, though. This is another 5, 6 damage. Seems pretty good. Just kill this, draw a card, see what we draw. Draw Livia's Midnight Ambush, which means... Would we sack something to get these through? Oh, do we hope they block? What do we play here? What's the play? If we attack with everything, how much damage are we doing? So they're probably blocking this. So they take 4 damage. We kill this. Next turn they probably play this. We kill it. I think we do this. We're just trying to kill them as fast as possible. We will 2-for-1 ourselves to do this. What? Why not cast Dot? I think we attack out here. We get to exile something from our graveyard. They take 3 damage this turn though. Unless I have a 2-mana spell in hand. You might as well get in for the 2 damage, right? If we draw another land, we'll play it, but otherwise, there's no point. I don't know why they're not playing these. I guess I get to cast 2 of them now. Now they're dead. Good game. That was a good draw off the top. Can't complain about that. I don't know too much how they could have played that different in one. Just have such an aggressive curve. We don't have much card advantage, but I mean, player removal works too. I think I'm glad we didn't take the Silver Bowl over. I don't even remember what we took. Silver Bowl feels like it's a little slow for this deck because you really want to just be like slamming creature. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. 3 drop that was a kill spell there was super valuable. Because I really think that that game becomes very difficult to win if we don't have if we can't kill the first Shipwreck Sifters. Huh. Nah. Yeah. So keep. Drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. Hope we draw land off the top. Be greedy. I mean, if we don't draw land, we're probably drawing a 2 drop. That's what our deck is primarily made of, which isn't the worst thing in the world. And this is now 2 mana, so if we really need to, yeah. I mean, we are just going to cast this turn. Playing a 2 drop next turn anyway. Now we get to attack with both. Do they have a kill spell for this? No, they don't. The double block here is fine with me. Right, like, maybe I just take the chance to eat the Siege Zombie. I just take the chance to eat the Siege Zombie there. This is 5 mana. Let's see if they block. There was nothing in play when that resolved. Here. This means that if we draw any land, the Mask of Gristlebrand just goes on this next turn. Do you have any Silversmith that's good for me? I don't think I care about taking damage back. Yeah. Okay, this becomes really hard to beat. They have to race a 4/3 flying lifelink now. And every creature I have is going to do that. That's still not good enough, right? I don't know if that's good enough. It might be. Do I try and cycle one of these away? I mean, I attack first. No, I don't think I do. I think I just put the power on board so that they're just like for sure dead next turn if they in turn. If they kill me this turn. 6, 6, 12, 15. They're not even close. Pass. Resolve all. I think it's a pass to blocker situation, right? Because they're dead on board. Pass to damage. Ritual of Hope would have been bad for me. Oh, why is... At least they made this animation slightly faster, but it's so loud. Sure, my turn. How many times can I pump this? I can pump it twice currently in this. The extra land isn't going to change it. You have to have removal. You let the ping hit the stack. That's lethal. Sure. Not dead. I can't block, so you're hitting me. Flare of Faith still isn't lethal. Are you dead? That's still not lethal. Good game. They weren't dead, though. They would have gained 2 life. I think they actually might have had that game. I think they might have resolved too fast. Though, I mean, nah, they're probably still dead. If I draw anything on upkeep, like if I draw a creature on upkeep, Fearless Liberator. Huh. Should 6 wins. I guess this is the power of 2 drops. Two drops removal and an absurdly broken Mythic. For limited, that is. Mask of Gristlebrand, 3-drop. I think we just hope we draw 2-drop off the top. No true drop or 1-drop there. Hey, 2-drop. No blocks. Would I trade my... I don't think they should block here. I do think I want to do this. We'll start getting life. They have 2 of them? Interesting. It's just doing 2 damage. Actually, no, that's probably right. I probably don't want them gaining life. Because this is so much damage on board right now, right? They can hit me back here. Do you just swing out? You do just swing out. That's 6, 7, 8. We draw land, we have an absurd amount of damage. Okay. So, how much damage do we have? Can we do 14? No, I think we're just going to end up attacking y'all, kill that. We probably need to kill one of these. Yeah, I'm dead. Well, that probably wasn't a game I had to lose. I probably should have just blocked one of their Dawn guards and then killed it with the Moonrager Slash. And I probably just win that game. I think I got too much in my head about being the aggro deck. Because I have the late game on lock. That was a mistake. I threw that game. I also should have killed their they would have gotten 2 less damage, and I think I just win that also if instead of killing the 1-drop. For some reason I just didn't see that I could kill the 2-drop. Oh well. Hopefully this opponent draws only 1 color they need. Nah. That'd be kind of rude. I hope it's a good game either way. At this point we have 6 wins, so I'm not too upset if we don't get there. Ugin. Oh my god, it's a draw. That's why it took forever, is because it was putting me into a draw. Maybe his internet was just not working. Oh my lord, I have to pee. So I am gonna Q and then pee. Alright, I'm back. Is a keep, especially on the draw. We'll probably draw a land. If not, I mean, we have infinite 2-drop, so. I also think we play this onto more than these two. It's difficult to say. If we draw a land, we play this. If we don't draw a land, we play this. So it helps us draw into our land. No land, so we play this. Makes this cheaper so we can draw an extra land. It's not like we only have one of these to make this a 3/3. Well, this has to die. I think in this matchup I do just block here. Maybe not. Maybe that was a mistake because of more bet opportunist. That can only do 2 damage. Well, no land in the top 3 is a little upsetting, but it is what it is. We might just getting blue blacked. Demir is the nuts, as they say. Oh lord. No lands. I just have no lands. Can I please just throw land? I think we take the 3 from the Organ Hoarder here. That was a real bad mistake. No blocks. They have a second Morbid Opportunist. That's bad for me. I do have to kill that. I'm not blocking. Ooh, we're just getting annihilated. I just don't think there's any way we win this. Okay, so we basically just have to cast this for 2. I think we hold back the double block for this. If they only attack with this, I trade. If they attack with both, I double block the Diagraph Horde. Oh, we still double block the Diagraph Horde. Now we just lose. Yeah, okay, I will concede to this. Yeah, no way out of that one. I think even if we draw perfect there, on the play and we draw land, I think we can get through that. But yeah, on the draw, that's not happening. So well, we're at 6-3. Not bad, not a bad record. So thank you for watching. Sitting through the pain with me of that last round, just getting absolutely bodied. Have a nice night.